Guys, the world is a crazy place, very psychotic place at the same time. Dean realizes he was dating a psychopath. A lot of you ladies out there may have a tendency to enjoy these psychopathic thrillers, them Ted Bundys. What if you become the Ted Bundy? Let's get straight to the video. Yo.
Just not all there.
Yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like,
You want to sit down? Oh my god. Oh,
nah, telling somebody I think you're gonna need to sit down is insane. I see the terror on her face. It's about to get worse. It only gets worse from here. Oh, she's scared.
Progress in Alameda.
How do you say?
Building.
What the
Two are
fuck?
deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, like this is the kind of news any parent is terrified to hear.
Southwest dispatch.
Yes. Are you familiar where Progress coincides with Albion Road there in Strongsville?
Yep.
Oh my gosh,
There's
that car's
a car
going
that's
fast.
smashed up against the building.
On the morning of July 31st,
What?
2022, the Strongsville Police Department responded
Oh my
to this
gosh.
shocking 911 call. Inside the car were three teens
W
returning
anim-
from a house party. The responders who arrived at this
animations.
horrific scene could barely fathom the extent of the damage. But little did anyone know, this reckless driving accident
All
would
pinned
reveal
back
the
to
most
her.
terrifying murder plot in Strongsville history.
Oh my gosh.
Radio. This car's split in two.
Split in two.
Radio, there's a
What the
occupant
fuck?
inside. Send us some squad now.
You gonna blur,
We gotta
please?
bust the window out.
Yo, what's good, Hunter?
Send us some more
We're gonna-
units.
What the f?
Any more units to progress?
This is not a fresh accident either. She's been here for a while.
What a
Radio, we got at
W's.
least two
W. I don't know what to say, bro. I ain't trying to see no crazy, bro. Thank God that they added that dang blur over.
occupants in here.
Thank
no
the
one's
Lord.
moving.
Let's see.
Oh my God.
How come nobody like said anything
oh my
or didn't?
God. Times three, guys. Radio, 3 occupants.
You can feel the shock and disbelief in the
like-
officer's voice. As they waited for the paramedics to arrive, they
Yo,
ID'd
bro, this is some W blurring. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This is W
the
blurring.
owner of the car, who was also unconscious at the wheel.
Oh my God, dude. Who can hear my voice? Driver's radio. The driver
Whoa.
is breathing unconscious.
What the?
Not good, not good. Let me see your knife. Let's cut this thing out.
Brother. Like, are we gonna explain what did she do? Why did she do what she did?
This is bad, guys.
I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all gotta watch out who
She's
y'all
alive.
friends
we
with,
gotta
bro.
get her out somehow.
The driver was 19-year-old Mackenzie Shrilla, a Strongsville high school
Whoa.
celebrity.
High school celebrity? I ain't gonna lie to you. She looked like she a celebrity for the wrong reasons.
Mackenzie was really into social media.
No, I knew someone was gonna say some BS like "hear me out." We're not doing. No. Hear me outs on this one.
Earning her the reputation of a social media influencer among the teens in Strongsville. Her Instagram was packed with lifestyle photos.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the kind of girl that you see around, like, on. Whoa, what the frick is
And her
that? This is the kind of girl that you see around school that does a lot of miscellaneous activities with a lot of miscellaneous people. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and fill in the blanks, but I'm getting a lot of off vibes from this one. Something seems a little off. Like, I don't know. I don't want to like, obviously it's already been confirmed that something is off about her, but it's like
TikTok was full of trendy fashion videos. She shared every aspect of her life for the world to see. Now, initially, many thought that she'd end up like a typical Strongsville High student,
What does
a
that
high
mean?
achiever in a traditional career.
Okay.
But Mackenzie chose a different path.
Drugs, money,
As she
phone.
gained fame, she became a fashion icon at her
What?
school. It was clear
Fashion
that
icon.
she was set on building a career as an influencer. But as of now, she was found unconscious and presumed dead behind the wheel.
Oh,
That
so
was until this happened.
Oh nah, she alive.
Sorry, we're good to try to get her out. Oh, dude, I don't know if we can.
There.
No, just
That took a turn. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh my God.
Start looking for a
You
wall.
see her breathing?
She's breathing. She's breathing. Her head's wedged.
You know, it's cooked though. The fact that she's still alive, you know what that means, right? Justice gonna be served. Justice is gonna be served, bro.
Let's see if we can get some IDs, guys.
45.
She's breathing. I saw her stomach. Her stomach's moving. Look.
Yeah.
We got 2 that are gone.
Mackenzie was still breathing, but her body
Wow.
was wedged under the dashboard. With the help of firefighters and medics, they were able to rescue Mackenzie and transport her to the nearest hospital. The investigation of what happened that morning started as soon as she arrived at the hospital.
Good heavens.
But before any hard questions were asked, the officers had to do the hardest part of their job.
Oh no, that's the. Who's Sharillas? Who's Sharillas?
No. You want to sit down?
You want to sit down? It's crazy, bro.
Wait to say this. Progress in Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving.
Who died?
I don't know whether, but there's one that we don't know. His name's Jacob. Does anyone know Jacob?
Dom?
No, stop. Let him talk.
Guys,
Whoa.
I know, we've been dealing with this. Your daughter's okay. She's talking to us. I talked to her, okay? Your daughter's alive, okay? Your daughter's alive.
Okay, so if your daughter's alive, then that means everybody else is not then. Because they said 3 in the car, 2 deceased. And you just said your daughter was a... Oh, Lord.
She was driving the vehicle, okay?
Who's that? Jacob and who?
What's the name you said?
Dom?
Might be.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Who's Dom? I need to know who Dom is. I don't know if they said the name and I just wasn't
The other
listening.
passengers were Davian Flanagan and Mackenzie's boyfriend, Dominic Russo.
Oh!
Any follower of Mackenzie's social accounts would know about her boyfriend, Dominic.
Wow.
He came from a very well-off family. So well off that he lived in the house next to his parents' house.
Damn!
Dominic was goal-oriented and hoped on becoming a rapper one day.
Oh, wow.
Basically, he was the perfect package. An ambitious young man with great looks. So, even with the 3-year age gap, you could tell the two clicked immediately.
Whoa, wait. 3-year age gap? 3? How old? Wait a second. How old is who?
In fact, some might even say that they were inseparable. In the back seat
Who? Oh,
was also Dom's friend, Davian Flanagan. Davian and Dom were childhood buddies who bonded over their love for songwriting and music. Davian loved rapping and was popular around school as the team's star football player. Telling parents that their daughter is in critical condition in the hospital must be tough. But telling parents that their beloved son died in a car accident is beyond soul-crushing.
Okay, all right. Well, just so you know, obviously, Officer Laraconda, this is Father Joe.
Oh, Lord, you can see her just like, okay, so what's going on?
Where are you? Oh, what he's
St.
from?
Joe's in Strongsville.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm
yeah.
also the chaplain for the police and fire department.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So,
Oh, Lord.
unfortunately, there was an accident, okay, involving Mackenzie, Davion, and who we believe is Dominic, is the third person.
An accident?
A car accident, okay?
Where?
Last night.
Wait.
Just
so-
relax. Just hold on.
wait.
Just stay seated. Just
So
stay
wait.
seated. Just hold on. Hold on.
No,
Just-
this is going to get
listen,
worse,
listen,
bro.
Listen,
Yes,
listen.
take a deep breath.
Christine, look at me.
We had to cut right there out of respect for Christine Russo. Thankfully, thank God, bro. I don't even want to know what the face or reaction someone could make after hearing soul-crushing news, bro. A parent's worst nightmare.
So,
And that's his brother on the side.
You know what time it happened?
no, we don't. Right
Oh.
now, it's so early in the investigation that we don't know. What we do know 100% is somebody called it in. Somebody passing by called it in at around 6:15, 6:30.
Oh, good. What, the car was just smashed somewhere?
Yeah. So what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road, and they went.
Right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. that business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends, that's dead ends right there. They hit that building. They hit the sign out front, and then they hit the building.
Would they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know.
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
We don't
I've
know
seen
that.
this case. Oh, good luck. It's a field day.
So,
Oh,
So
Lord.
2 kids are dead. My son's dead. Another kid's dead.
Go
And
ahead.
the girl's in the hospital.
she's in surgery right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, huh, Chris?
Meanwhile, police officers
What
were
the
busy searching the
fudge?
car in hopes of finding clues about what could be behind such a horrific accident. The result of that search was the discovery of several drugs and
It made
accessories.
me a bit sad hearing the parents, bro. That's what I'm saying. Hearing the parents say all this and feel what they're feeling, bro, it's sad.
Naturally, the most reasonable explanation for the accident seemed to be drug use. However, little did anyone know that the truth behind the accident would be much
I've
more
seen some
shocking.
things.
The investigators were shocked by the horrific condition of the car.
Yeah, that car was absolutely totaled. So it's just making me think, like, what could have made what happened happen? You get what I
The
mean?
damage was extreme, unlike anything typically seen in a DUI case. The front of the car was totally obliterated.
Like that.
So to make
Whoa.
sense of the situation, the police called in a forensic mechanic to prepare a detailed report on the car. The detectives also knew a few things about Mackenzie's background at this point.
Oh, Lord, wait.
Trying to be the most popular girl in high school can make you a lot of enemies.
That's the part of the video where they tell the parents. Oh, wow.
The detectives were wondering, perhaps a mechanical failure had caused the tragedy.
False.
Now, while the investigation was ongoing, Mackenzie was in
Anagrams?
recovery. As soon as she was conscious enough, she posted a selfie from her hospital bed.
What?
That post not only garnered a lot of support from her friends, but also a lot of new followers.
What the?
When detectives interviewed
No
Mackenzie,
way she's doing all of this for clout. Clout?
she claimed that she blacked out behind the wheel and couldn't remember what had happened.
False.
It was tough to get anything else out of her, as she had just lost a boyfriend and a friend. She couldn't attend the funerals for Davian and Dominic, but was clearly grief-stricken, spending her days lying in the hospital bed, hoping for recovery. Meanwhile, the investigators tried to make sense of the case by interviewing family members, friends, acquaintances, and basically anyone who knew those three.
Lord.
With these interviews, the detectives got a deeper perspective on Mackenzie and Dominic's relationship.
Yeah, let's see a different.
What was your relationship like with her? Did you talk to her?
In the earlier years of the relationship, we were like much more close.
Okay.
She would like come to me with a lot of stuff, like kind of talk to me like a big brother, you know. And there's many times like they were having issues even years ago where Dom would want to break up with her.
Oh,
or
is she on that
something.
kind of
It wouldn't
timing?
be like that simple. It'd be like, you know, like from time to time again, it almost like she'd have like issues, you know, like self-esteem issues, like she'd get crazy about stuff, like accusing.
I could see it. I see it, bro. Like I could see it. Like I don't know if it's just the aura that she had on herself, but I could see that kind of like those accusations of her of that on her.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that, and just then for a while, you know, I would talk to her, and you know what I mean. Then it would be like not constant, but there'd be like every like week, like couple weeks at one point, or like week or so, where they were almost breaking up, and then
So it was
she'd be threatening
toxic.
to hurt herself.
Oh,
and this
she was.
is back when she's in probably 10th grade, like she's still a sophomore. Dom's like a junior or senior or whatever, you know.
Oh.
And like yeah, stuff would arise, and it would like never really take like a healthy course, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And over time, my relationship with her really subsided. I stopped talking to her. I stopped like.
Was it because
really
of that?
Trying to be there for her, because ultimately I just seen that she was very, very selfish.
Yeah.
What's alarming is that
like
he saw how toxic their relationship was from the very beginning. She was selfish because Dominic was popular and had many new friends, which made her jealous. Instead of hiding her jealousy, she would intentionally stop Dominic from having fun unless she was included.
Oh, you're a loser. She's a loser.
You know, like there's two
Yo,
types.
what's
of
her
love
family going? Her family life. Good God.
that you give somebody, and it's like I love that person unconditionally, and I want to see them prosper and be happy no matter what that entails for me. And there's a type of love that's selfish and restricted, and I want them all to myself. And that was Kenzie with Dom. It was the latter, not the first step. There was times where, even in later years, where, you know, Dom's old enough to, like, you know, like, he wasn't of drinking age, but he can go to bars and hang out and stuff, even though he couldn't, like, drink and stuff. And there'd be times, you know, that one of my friends, because I'm 23, would be having
She
a
sounds a
birthday.
little crazy. Yeah, she sounds insane. I don't know what her upbringing was or what happened, but this is very much so she's insane.
Party, and she would, like, forbid him from going, and it'd be all just my buddies, you know, because she'd be like, oh, there's probably going to be girls there. Well, if it's a bar, there's probably going to be girls there, yes, and there's probably going to be men there. It's going to be
it's a bar.
a public place. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? But she got weird over him going to public places.
That's odd.
Like, a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But all that stuff, like, led me from distancing myself from her.
That makes
because
sense.
That's
not something you want to
just
associate
became
with.
a thing where I couldn't help her in my eyes because she was always stuck on, like, a selfish path, like, wouldn't, like, listen to me or take my advice, you know? And even, like, even in, like, the aspect of, like, it's better to have loved and lost and never, like, loved at all, you know? She never got that.
Now, Dominic obviously tried to break it off a couple of times, but it was the craziness of Mackenzie that sort of obligated him to make up. This craziness was something even Angelo was aware of. By the way, if you're finding the video interesting, please...
Gang, I ain't gonna lie to you. Very bad timing. Like, you should have did this in the beginning.
Please make sure to hit that.
Let's go back to the crazy part. You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she kind of would go crazy. Describe crazy. Like, what kind of crazy?
Like, there is times where she called Dom and said, if you break up with me, I'm going to kill myself.
See, like, that kind of stuff is like, it's crazy when you hear that in the moment, but it's just like, that's one of them things where it's just like, that is where you got to put yourself above all else. Like, if you're ever in one of those toxic relationships where somebody says, hey, I'll do this if this happens, that's one of those things where you just either let somebody else know, right? And then, you know, disassociate with her, even if she starts doing this, that, and the third, but like, that's the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I'm the kind of person where it's like, it's kind of hard to guilt trip me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just won't care afterwards. Like, you're going to try to guilt trip me for something when I've been reasonable? Because I would like to say I'm a fairly reasonable guy. I would like to think I am. But, like, don't try to guilt trip me for it, because then it's like, okay, I'm not going to care anymore. But not everybody's like that. And some people are going to be like, oh, no, I don't want something bad to happen to them. You know what I mean? But it's like, you got to prioritize yourself, because at the end of the day, only the other person who's saying that is winning. You're not winning. You get what I mean?
Word for word. And then Dom, he was a very, very selfless person, and he did, like, obviously, like, they were together for a long time, and they built, like a relationship, and they cared for each other deeply. You see what I'm saying? And even though Dom did care for her deeply, I'm not disputing any of that, but he's seen all the toxicness that she was putting onto him.
Yeah.
And every single time he would try to distance himself, like, from that and say, hey, we could be friends, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So
Dude, and it's just
like, you know, but, like, I want to break up or whatever. She would say stuff like that.
So how do you know that? If you don't mind me asking. So she told you, or
she's told me, he's told me, they both told me.
Okay.
Both
so
of
he's like
them
the- he's like the
confided to
middle
Angelo
friend.
about the relationship. Dominic cared deeply for her, while her jealousy and distrust poisoned their relationship, making it toxic even in front of their friends. Now, while all this questioning was still happening, Mackenzie was still in the hospital. On her hospital selfie post, she started to get offers from different modeling agencies.
Vitali?
And for someone who had just lost a boyfriend, she seemed a bit too excited.
What kind of, what's it called? What's that ritual called? Blood sacrifice? What kind of sacrifices you just do? Your boyfriend dies and now you get in modeling offers? This is crazy.
In her comments.
What?
Within a month of her boyfriend's death, and while the investigation was still underway, she was back to living her bold life.
That's just
as
crazy.
if nothing had happened.
That's insane.
Now, it's too early to point fingers, but to the local community, that felt very insensitive. And when the detectives reached out to her ex-boyfriend, Tyler Proctor, They realized that it wasn't new for Mackenzie to act like this.
How long were you guys in a relationship, you and her?
Well, we were all friends in a friend group at first, and Joey dated her first before I came to Strongsville, and then
Joey dated her.
I ended up dating her for a little bit, like probably over the summer. I was only dating her for probably like a month and a half or like 2 months, and then me and Dom found out that she was cheating on us basically, but
Do it.
It wasn't like anything official, so it wasn't no hard feelings like with whatever happened. I just kind of was like, after me and Dom found out about that, we didn't have no problems with each other and nothing, but it was kind of like, why are you doing that and stuff like that? Like, why didn't you tell Dom? And Dom would ask her like, are you leading him on and stuff like that, and she would just lie to him. And then that's basically it with that. I don't know for like 2 months, and then
2 months she would sit there and try to manipulate him back and forth, and he's like, nah, I'm not going for it. But the manipulation would still go on, and she cheated on, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's what's so kind of weird though. Like, they're in a friend group. The girl dated one guy, they broke up, and then the girl dated another guy in the same friend group. That's weird, bro. That's weird. That's why I be telling you, hey man, amen, say man, bro.
They were on and off, and I kept on talking to her still while they were on and off, because we were all still in the friend group and stuff.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And then we kind of just like stopped being intimate, you know what I'm saying? And we're just friends.
Like, that's just one of them things where it's just like, I don't know, bro. Having that kind of girl in the friend group is crazy, because it's like, I've seen those friend groups where it's just like the girl and 2 guys. You know what I mean? But it's just like, you sit there and think, you like, bro, let's keep it a buck, bro. I know one of y'all like her, bro. One of y'all subliminally like her. You know what I mean? But like, none of y'all are really trying to like put game and actually say something, because y'all could ruin the whole dynamic of everything. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing this for, bro? You know what I mean? Because it's always weird, especially if things go well or if things go bad. You know what I mean?
She turned.
It's odd.
16, I think.
He claims that Mackenzie
Because it's like, realistically, in a friend group like that, if none of the 2 guys that are her friends like her, right, and she ends up finds a boyfriend, that boyfriend realistically probably wouldn't want her hanging around those 2 guys. Not in no like overprotective way, but it's just like, those 2 guys, you know what I'm saying, they didn't like are they like, do they have somebody or something? But this is in most scenarios, you know what I'm saying? There's always the miscellaneous scenario, who knows?
Was very frivolous and not exclusive with him. And after the cheating fiasco, he just ended things with her, after which Dom became her new boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
But in their short time together, Tyler knew that he had to back out before things could have gotten much worse.
Bro should have told, why didn't he tell anybody? Be like, yo, watch out for her. She's a little odd, bro. Don't do it.
What was she like as your girlfriend?
I mean, like, she's kind of just like how you would explain any girls, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all over the place in some ways, and like they don't know what they want. And I remember she would say stuff like towards the crazy side. Like, I remember conversations with her when she couldn't like decide what she wanted, like between me and Dom, kind of.
Whoa.
Like,
having the girl choose? Having the girl sit there and choose, like, I don't know if I want him or him or him. Bro, the fact that you even put yourself in the idea to be an option for somebody, you're crazy, gang. You see what I'm saying? If it's either your girl or not your girl, you see what I'm saying? She either with me or not with me. You're not be like, oh, should I choose him or should I choose him? Or at least I'm not being aware of that. If I'm aware that I'm in competition, it's runts. I don't want you. I'm good.
she's like, oh,
I'm more than fine.
This and that, but like he's mad at me for all of this, and I'm just like, well, yeah, like why wouldn't he be like, you need to like just go stay with Tom because I'm not gonna be with you no more after this. Like,
facts.
I'm cool with just keeping the friend group as friends because I don't want to mess up the friend group. I was like, I don't got no problems with you or anything like that.
Option
also
to
be
her,
friends.
she ain't worth it. Facts, bro.
You need to go talk to Dom.
You gotta
about,
respect
your
yourself.
personal issues and stuff because that's your relationship.
Because a lot of people won't respect themselves and they'll go toe to toe with another man. You see what I'm saying? All for the hopes of a, you know what I'm saying, for a lady. No one ever do that. Never like put yourself in competition against anybody for a lady, bro. Like that's like just no. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like you're trying to win her over, like be the best version of you, but hopefully that is enough to really win her over. But don't sit there and try to like bend to her will in the aspect of like going against another guy? Who's gonna show that they love me more? Because at the end of the day, to her, this is a game.
Tell me like how she, because we all obviously smoked weed, but she would say stuff like I don't even get high anymore, stuff like that.
Okay, so another lie.
And I was basically like I didn't really have much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long, but like friend wise, like she was crazy.
What Tyler said
So because
next
of friends, she was
really
crazy.
changed the detective's perspective on who Mackenzie truly was.
She would be like just.
She like mentally just not all there. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash, and she failed on doing so. Is what I feel like.
Wow.
And I feel like she had no regard for Davion, and I feel like they got in an argument, her and Dom, and she threatened to kill him.
Had she ever threatened that before?
She hasn't ever threatened to hurt anyone, but she's threatened probably like she hasn't like physically said like I'm gonna kill myself, but she's
just
like, you know what I'm saying, like made it to the point where
Alluded to it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, like where she's just like I hate life, like shit like that, and like but we were all obviously like there for her, still trying to be friends with her and stuff like that. But our friend group probably fell out with Kenzie around like
she's on some
after
oddball.
10th grade. And that's kind of when like all of us stopped being friends with just her. We were all cool with
Why?
Dom still. Just because she's so like
Crazy.
She'll blow everyone's phone up. She's all over the place with everything. And then she's just in general like kind of a shady person. She's like a snake. Like she'll go and talk shit to everyone about everyone. And then like, you know what I'm saying? She'll go talk shit about me to someone else, and then she'll go talk shit about to that person to me. You know what I'm saying? But she would do it with everyone. She
So weird.
Multiple friend groups because of the type of person she was. Like she doesn't have no regard for other people.
At this point in the
Now it's
investigation, the
starting to make
detectives
sense.
received the
After you
forensic
said that she doesn't have any regard for anybody, now it's starting to all come together, bro.
mechanics report of the car and the CCTV footage from the street where the accident occurred. According to the report, the car had a speed range of 93.8 to 100.0 miles per hour in the approximately 4 3/4 seconds leading up to the crash.
Oh my gosh.
The mechanic testified that the car's accelerator pedal was fully engaged before the crash.
So I'm assuming that means that the pedal was all the way down.
So with that combined with the CCTV footage, this case began to look very, very bad
Yeah,
for Mackenzie.
Looking like she need a court case. She looked like
We
she
can see
might-
Mackenzie's Toyota Camry turning off of Pearl
it's a
Road
Toyota
onto
Camry.
Progress Drive.
She floored it?
No
Oh, had
indication
to.
of DUI or reckless driving. But from the CCTV footage collected from Progress Drive, we see the Camry heading full speed towards the intersection of Alameda Drive.
Is that with them in the
And
car?
from this camera, you can see the intersection, the point at which you have to slow down and then turn either way. But instead, this happened. After these two key pieces of the investigation, we are left wondering why Mackenzie would do such a horrific act. It's one thing to be
dumb
obsessed
fast.
over a boyfriend, but there has to be something more than that. It had to be something
her
so
head
devastating
wasn't-
to her that her only way out was to crash into a brick wall.
I don't know if he was tripping or not, but like
she
if
geeked?
He was, like that could have maybe even been avoided too, or like I just don't understand why she was like they let her get that fast. I don't know if Davion and Dom were tripping and that's why they couldn't prevent the crash or something like that. So like that's just like wow,
bro.
I don't like I just smoke weed now, that's it.
But he just admit
So
to
you
cops.
think an argument happened?
Wait, did he just admit to the cops that he smokes? You're underage though. Oh Lord.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know all of them. So
From Dom and Kenzie's relationship, like they were just always arguing. She was just
Argument after argument.
And like me and Joey have always talked about it. We're like, bro, Dom has so much going for himself. Like, why does he stick with Kenzie? Like, he can do so much better. Like,
damn.
Like,
So,
Dom is an intelligent person.
Explain something to me real quick though. They get into an argument. Okay. They argue, but why drive the car into the building?
That's why I feel like she was trying to kill herself, and she wasn't really necessarily trying to kill them. I feel like she was trying to kill herself, and she just had no regard for Davion because of that's just how she is. Like that's just what I.
Are
Damn.
your friend group or maybe some high school kids? I mean, we've spoken to many, but those you think this is the consensus that she tried to kill herself?
I think the consensus is that she did it on purpose. don't think
Yeah, I
it's
would
even
100%
why.
say it was purpose.
That's what people think.
Yeah, people think that she crashed out. Like, at least in our friend group, kind of like we don't really know exactly what happened because we don't know like if she tried to swerve or anything like that. But like we like when it first happened, that's definitely what everyone thought was she was trying to do it on purpose. Like that was the first thing that went into everyone's heads is like she had to have been trying to kill herself. And
She probably tried to just
During this
or she just
investigation,
tried to kill both of them at the same time and then forgot that Davion was in the car.
Halloween came, and Mackenzie the influencer was out and about living her social life. But on Halloween, a day when you can dress like anyone, Mackenzie chose to dress like this. This was Mackenzie's TikTok of the night,
What
which was
the
followed
fuck?
by
Where your clothes at?
dozens of pictures of them going around town looking like corpses. Now, while many argue that she was just out having fun, the choice of dressing up like a corpse is still incredibly insensitive. But to top all of this, to top the evilest of evils in this situation, she posted TikTok number 3, which exposes not only her insensitive nature, but also her devilish intent. This TikTok shocked everyone, especially Dom's and Davion's parents, who stopped being sympathetic to Mackenzie after this. They just couldn't believe how she could think to make such an insensitive
I'm
post.
not even cool. I'm just one of those girls that can do a lot of and not. Whoa! Whoa! Is she trying to claim that her doing a lot of drugs and not dying is because of like she got high stain, like she's just cool like that? Little does she understand that like if God said he wanted you to go now, he would have taken you out. Let's not understand that he don't got you wrapped around his finger. Like you don't think that you actually run shit. You don't run anything. Bro, no, like that's what I'm saying. You have no stain. You have no stain, bro. You have no stain, bro. It was by the grace of God that you're still alive, bro. Let's like don't even try that, bro. R.I.P. Dom and R.I.P. Davion, bro.
It was now clear to the investigators that Mackenzie had evil intent behind the car accident.
Had to have.
Right after this TikTok went live, the investigators started wrapping up the interviews to reach the obvious conclusion. But little did they know, the last interview that they had planned would provide enough evidence in this case to lock up Mackenzie for good.
So, do you remember
Live
the
her
incident
life.
that I'm about to ask you about where
Yes.
you picked him up from the highway?
Yes.
Okay. That day, what do you remember? Where were you when you got the call? Who called you? And what did they ask you to do?
I was actually at Christine's house. We were sitting around. She had just came back. She was sick. She got out the hospital and wasn't feeling well. Dominic called her and he was upset. And she was like, well, where are you at? And he was like, I'm driving in the car with her. And he was like, I just want to go. He was like, I don't want to be around her anymore. I'm done. So she was like, well, do you mind going to go pick him up? I said, not a problem. So as I leave her house, go to the highway, get on the highway, and I call him. I said, well, where are you at? And she was like, I'll crash this car. And I'm like, dude, what you mean? I'm like, Dominic, just tell her to pull over. I'm like, I'm right behind you guys, so just pull over and stop, and I'm right here. Like, I'll be there in 2 seconds. So I hop on the highway. They were more down towards the Pearl. I get on it, 82.
Good heavens.
And they were more, a little bit past the Pearl exit right there. And, it was raining. So as soon as I pull up, she's just going like this, and he's trying to get out the car. And once he get in the car with me, I said, dude, you don't have to deal with this. You're young, you got a long life to live. You don't have to deal with no chick in her attitudes, whatever. If you're
This was
not happy,
her dad.
just let her go. You know what I mean? If it was true love, she'll be back. But we got in the car, and he was like, man, I just can't deal with, she don't want to listen. She drives like a maniac. I was like, well, you don't have to drive with her. You have your own car.
That's facts.
And just let her go about her way. Take your time away from her. Get yourself together. And he was like, yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing to do.
If it wasn't for Dominic's panic call to his sister Christine, who later called his friend Christopher, this fatal accident could have happened a week earlier.
When you were on the phone with him, can you clarify again what you heard her say over the phone?
She said she'll crash this car right now.
You heard her say that?
Said, I will crash this car right now.
And
brother, oh my.
So they pulled the car over. Were they on the right side or the left side? Do you remember?
Right side.
Right side.
Yeah.
So
what the?
Right off the berm.
Right off the berm. So did you get out of the car, or did just come back to you?
Well, I was starting to get out the car because I seen her just going over, grabbing him and swinging at him.
So she's swinging at him, reaching over.
Okay, so she's hitting him while driving the vehicle. Today we should do Roblox Squid Games. I think today I might do Pokemon.
I started to get out the car.
Unless y'all find a
and
good
I
map.
seen the door open. He jumped out and I said, "Well, come on, dude. It's raining. Let's get in the car. We're out of here."
And so when you guys left, where was she?
She was still in the car.
Still in the car, still at the highway? Okay.
During the investigation,
boom, that's
detectives
enough.
examined Mackenzie Shirilla's iPhone and social media accounts. What they uncovered offered a disturbing insight into her behavior and character. Investigators organized these findings into key themes, which would later reveal crucial details about her involvement in the deaths of Dominic Russo and Davian Flanagan.
Oh, Lord.
A series of videos and photos taken just hours before the
Bro,
fatal
dropping it like it's commercial breaks, gang. Just keep the video going, bro.
crash showed Mackenzie smoking a THC pen.
Oh,
One
Lord.
particularly
Most
telling image was of her
hated bees
flipping
in
off the
Strongsville.
camera, which she posted with a defiant message. While investigators didn't find anything explicitly indicating what was to come, the tone of these posts foreshadowed her lack of responsibility and care.
Yeah, that's...
In the aftermath of the crash, you would expect Mackenzie to be devastated. But what the investigators found was
growing
upsetting,
vintage.
to say the least.
Yeah, jail ain't gonna be nice for her.
There were 126
Certified murder.
videos and photos taken and shared after the accident, even while she was in the intensive care unit.
I ain't gonna lie, like, you really want to show sympathy if you're doing this in the hospital, bro. You doing this in the hospital, you want to let everyone know, like, yes, bro, I'm in the hospital. Give me sympathy. Tell me that you love me. Like, I'm seeing it,
Despite
bro.
her
I'm
injuries,
seeing it now.
Mackenzie continued posting pictures of herself in casts, keeping her social media presence alive. The investigators were shocked by how quickly she resumed her online persona,
Wow.
as if the deaths of her boyfriend and friend were just a small bump in her life. This
couldn't care less.
behavior added to the growing belief that Mackenzie lacked remorse and empathy for what had happened.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Another damning discovery was 136 videos and photos of Mackenzie engaging in reckless
Like,
driving.
I feel bad. Like,
road-
at most, I feel bad for Davian. Because bro was not like, this was the boyfriend, girlfriend arguments, but it's like, bro was just a bystander. Bro was just chilling in the car, going where they were going, and then boom.
rage and distracted driving. One video showed her driving at 90 miles per hour through a suburb, while others featured her filming herself as she smoked marijuana while behind the wheel.
That's insane, bro.
This pattern of reckless
Where's she
behavior
getting all that damn money from?
clearly wasn't a one-off. It was part of her everyday life.
She was
She
a
frequently
junkie
filmed herself
and a
while
loser.
speeding or engaging in dangerous driving stunts. Investigators noted that her attitude behind the wheel seemed to align with her overall disregard for the consequences of her actions. The investigation into Mackenzie Shirilla's
let's
Snapchat
see.
also uncovered that Mackenzie was actively using a fake ID to purchase alcohol, often flaunting this fact on her social
So when
media.
she would buy all this stuff, she wasn't okay.
Yeah. Investigators found several videos and photos showing her proudly displaying her fake ID as if it were a badge of honor. In one instance, she even showed herself successfully purchasing
Lean?
alcohol with it.
Oh no, that's alcohol.
For Mackenzie, having a fake ID wasn't just about getting access to alcohol.
Damn, bro.
It was a status
What's good,
symbol,
drunk?
something that boosted her image among her peers.
Oh, to make her look better.
Upon examining
Is that what we're
Mackenzie's
saying?
Snapchat, detectives pointed to potential
watching?
involvement in sex acts,
What's it called? Teen realized that he was dating a psychopathic killer.
possibly for money or other benefits. Investigators scrutinized over
What are
31,000
those? Are those her followers?
pages of text message exchanges between Mackenzie and others,
Oh.
spanning from January of 2020 to July of 2022.
The girl?
They were
Yeah,
looking for
she's a
signs that
killer.
Mackenzie might have been forced into these activities, but what they found instead was that Mackenzie seemed to engage in these acts voluntarily.
I was gonna say.
For instance,
Who's talking about this?
on
Yeah, it's the girl,
January
it's the girl.
25th, 2022, Mackenzie sent a message where she talked about getting a quote-unquote sugar daddy and quote-unquote
Oh.
selling feet pics as
I
a
was gonna say, where the freak did she get all them fat racks from? Them racks were dumb fat. Like, where'd she get those from?
Way to make money.
Stop lying.
In another message from March 5th, 2022, Dominic Russo accused Mackenzie of allowing someone to perform.
You let a dude for money like 6 months ago. Oh my gosh.
Sex acts on her feet for money. Mackenzie defended herself, saying that they were broken up at the time, and it was, and I'm quoting, just feet. This type of conversation repeated itself in several exchanges.
Oh my gosh.
With Dominic expressing disapproval.
You ran off to, wait, you hooked up with a dude. We were broken up and it was just my feet. Do you think about it more than I think about it? Whoa, you ran off and became a prostitute. Because I don't personally think it's bad, but if you do and we are together, then I'm not going to do it. Okay. See, like, you see your morals are messed up. You're having sex with for money, and aren't you guys still in high school? Oh my gosh, you're just cooked all around. You can never tell your family you were a prostitute because it's only my business and it's not prostitution. Okay, so she is a prostitute. And she's a jit. This doesn't look well at all, bro. Born to be a stripper. This is crazy. Kenzie, there's always gonna be a problem if you hang with someone who's got a dude to feet for money.
Mackenzie continuing to downplay the incidents, suggesting that she saw them as trivial or harmless. The last section of the investigation reveals key insights into Mackenzie Shirilla's drug trafficking activities documented in her iPhone Notes app.
So she was a prostitute and she was having so much like illegal money and she was on drugs, bro. Now, when you see somebody that goes into this, right? What is her family life, bro? Nobody's answered that question to me. And the fact that she's not phased it says a lot.
In one of the most critical notes, Mackenzie meticulously recorded the sales and profits related to her drug trafficking.
Damn.
This shows a clear and organized approach.
No, her mom was there. Her mom and her dad was there. Both of her parents were in her life.
To her illegal business. It was more than just casual drug use. Mackenzie was deeply involved in selling drugs and kept a ledger.
If I sell 3 for 35, then that's 30. Clearly not. Oh yeah. Last 3 for 30, 15. I took 100 for West Side Market. What the fudge, bro?
Another note appeared to be a personal list, possibly for a birthday or Christmas wish list. It included luxury items such
she spelled Balenciaga correctly. Definitely. 100%, bro. Her spelling is S tier. I don't know how she passed 5th grade. The white ones don't look like socks. Yeezy black and red.
Balenciaga shoes, Yeezys, makeup, and quote-unquote weed socks.
All right.
The list also included labeling herself a quote-unquote lean enthusiast.
I knew it. I knew that cup that she had earlier that was pink was lean, bro. I knew it.
With a heart emoji.
And she's phobic.
The investigators now had a full case against Mackenzie Shirilla.
Wow, this
a
doesn't
case
look good.
which compelled them to believe that this reckless driving accident was no accident.
Yeah, this was
intentional. It was first-degree murder.
Right back there, pal.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay?
Wow.
Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it. No.
Yeah.
You got it.
On August 14, 2023, nearly a year after the incident, a bench trial took place. The highlight of which was Mackenzie's lack of remorse.
We think the defendant has shown a shocking lack of remorse, Your Honor. We think that she has continually.
I'd be freaking out a lot more if I was accused of that. It's because she's insane. You know what I mean? Something is not going well in her head for her to be acting the way that she is.
Accident, in spite of the fact that the evidence is in direct contradiction. Your Honor, you were on Progress Drive. You saw the evidence that was displayed in court. And Your Honor, we think that you are the person who is in the best position to decide an appropriate sentence. We have full confidence in the sentence that you'll give her. Thank you.
The defense, of course, countered with their belief that Mackenzie grieved over Dom's loss in her own way.
Halloween, For 3 months after the accident, she would only wear his clothes. She would only eat the snacks he ate. She would only listen to the music he wrote, okay?
Damn.
She was laying in bed for 3 months crying. There was a shrine of him next to her with photos and things that he liked and this flower that lights up that he got her because he wanted to.
But okay. But at the same time, though, guys, let's be realistic. There was a phone call of you saying, I'm going to crash the car. And this was the same day during the accident, moments before the accident. I'm going to be honest with you. Come on. And saying that, like, based off previous history, you were argumentative and there were problems in the relationship. Can we be
fresh and alive forever? It's like a little Beauty and the Beast flower. Okay, she's got this shrine of him next to her. So she was crying for 3 months. So her friends asked if she wanted to go out trick-or-treating or to Halloween. And it was like, oh, you. And she didn't even want to go. She said, I don't know, should I go? She couldn't even walk yet, barely. So I told her, I said, baby, please go. It's Halloween. You've been laying for 3 months crying, only listening to his music. Please go have just a moment of fun. A moment of fun. So we told her to go.
Nah, that ain't,
My husband drove her.
She don't look like she may be sad. It's a difference if she's being sad because she was convicted, or is she sad because of what she did? And I feel like it's because of the conviction.
I brought her back home. She just needed a second of fun from losing her whole world. So that was us. We told her to go. And that concert she went to.
Nah, but it's just like, you can tell that, like, because the problem is this, though. Like, drunk, you would be right if you didn't look at her social media. Her social media was showing a lot of extracurricular activities, and it, like, kind of showed that, like, she didn't have much remorse of any actions that she did. Any arguments that she had with her boyfriend, anything that she did or say, anything that can be seen as a problem, she did not care. She could have cared less. You see what I'm saying? She's like, bro, it was such a weird situation,
they picked
bro.
her up. They brought her there. That was Mackenzie and Dom and Abby all decided to go to this concert together while they were in the hospital. That was for Dom. Everything she did after the accident was either in honor of him, to be close to him, or just to be by him any way that she can.
While that was touching to hear, it still didn't mean that she could dress up as a drug or a corpse for Halloween.
A drug?
That in no way showed that she was grieving over Dom.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like the corpse is like kind of like a stereotypical thing that people dress up for Halloween. So like I wouldn't think of that too much, but that's bad timing. That's very, very bad timing.
Shrillo was charged on several counts, including 2 counts of murder and aggravated vehicular homicide.
Wow.
And on August 21st, 2023, Judge Nancy Margaret Russo sealed her fate.
So she's sentenced on count 2, the murder of Davion Flanagan, 15 years to life. She's sentenced on count 1, the murder of Dominic Russo, 15 years to life, to be served concurrent to each other.
So 30 years.
Credit for time served. I'll waive fines, fees, and costs, and your appellate counsel will be assigned. Are there any questions from the state?
30 years.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
We know you're innocent. If you don't take that piece out your mouth, gang, you know she's not innocent, bro.
The Shrillo family still believes in her innocence. And while her defense argued for lenience,
the fact that they think that she's so innocent is due to the fact that they don't actually know her. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just like your parents know a version of you, but like your friends know who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Like your friends know who you like, how you really get down. You know what I mean? And if all of her friends and people around her say that she's not a good person, and her parents are like, oh yeah, she's definitely a good person all the time. It's like, how do I describe it? It's like she was flip-flop. You know what I mean? She wasn't showing the true colors and her family is believing it. Like that really shows that her family wasn't really involved in her life. Because if they were, they would realize that, okay, she's a little off. Something is wrong with her.
See, citing her young age and the tragic nature of the
18,
event,
she caught a
the
life
prosecution
sentence.
could not get over her lack of remorse and the premeditated nature of the crash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The most chilling part of this is that the third passenger, Davian, had no reason to be a part of Shriver's
That's what
murder
I'm saying. I feel bad for Davian the most, bro. It had nothing to do with bro. Nothing to do with bro.
plot. He was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time, bro.
Now, if you think this case was horrific, well, you
Brother, I'm telling you, bro, that's one of the things where you got to make sure you just aware of the people you're around. Time you see like objects of friction and stuff like that, bro, just always try to be your best to be aware, even where your surroundings and the people you associate yourself with, bro, because you never know who's who. Sometimes you don't always know how someone really gets down, bro. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed the video, I hope y'all subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Kid Absolute. Catch you next one. BTL for L. Since you made it to the end of the video, you might as well pull up to the Twitch. We'd appreciate you because you're a real one.